I'll be with you till brethren, but I'll leave you and I'll meet you in Shkodra. Today we are leaving Kosovo. Today we are leaving Kosovo. I leave behind me a journey of more than 40 years ago. When we started visiting Bosnia in 1982, Albania 1991, Kosovo 1999. Not for tourism, but for working. We saw the agony of those people over the last 40 years and more. I leave behind my emotion, my feeling, my dreams, my agony as well. I leave the stories of the young girls who were systematically raped in Bosnia. There was no Viagra, but the government of Serbia was providing the soldiers or the Chetnik or the terrorist groups tablets to attack the young girls 5 or 6 or 7 times every day. I leave behind this agony the memory of Srebrenica, where we have nearly 14,000 people disappeared in 3 days because the Dutch UN peacekeeping forces surrendered the city to the Chetnik Serbian groups, and within 3 days 14,000 people disappeared. Up till now they only discovered 8,500 remains of the body. I leave behind the story of the young girl from Srebrenica who was the most beautiful girl in the city, and when the Chetnik officer looked at her, he told the soldier to put her in the 3rd floor and he will entertain her later on. You know what she did? She jumped from the balcony or from the window to die in dignity, not actually to be attacked by all of this Chetnik. I leave behind all these memories which taking my soul, my spirit, my dream back to prevent it happening anywhere and everywhere. I leave this memory behind to tell me that you have not done enough, and you have not done enough, and more to be done by you as new generation. We might have started a journey 42 years ago, but your journey is for another 100 years to come. Here, our visit is not sightseeing, is not listening to fairy stories, to nice stories, to something about, oh my God, it looks nice. Oh my God. No, it's about the living of the living of the living of people, the dreams of young children. I saw behind and I leave behind the story of somebody called Arkan. He was Serbian, and by his own hand he slaughtered 200 young boys. I leave behind my daughter she was 4 years old, and she was the youngest girl to be raped at that time from Tuzla, from Zvornik. I leave behind all this, and all of them are witness about our failure to them. Do we need to leave this behind, or need to take their dreams with us for the future? I leave behind war, but we want to bring together peace and build peace. Our journey here is not about leaving behind anything, but about taking forward you to the 2nd step, the 3rd step, the 5th step, and all the steps to be the leaders and to be able actually to stop and prevent injustice in DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, in Ukraine, in Gaza, in Palestine, in South Sudan, and everywhere. This is what we need to take forward. I take forward you with me, because I cannot live forever, and my time is up. Maybe a few minutes, few seconds, but your time is still going on for years and years and years to come. Actually, I take you with me to the future. I take you with me for the change-making process that makes you leaders. Muslims, by definition, cannot be anybody else. Can be something growing, actually, and shining, that everybody will look at his starship and said we need to be like him, whether Muslim male or female. I take with me young girls who created humanity for humanity and made the change, not for their family, not for their culture, not for their clan, but for humanity. And this was the message of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Don't ever be like anybody else. Don't ever be like anybody else. You might think that I came from a different world, that I'm not like you, that I'm a madman, but I will take you, with me, whether you like it or not. I don't mind if nobody believes in what I'm saying, but I believe that I have to say it, because I've been saying it 44 years ago, and we succeeded. We succeeded to create international, global, humanitarian, Christian movement, not only for the Muslim, but for humanity. We started with no one, with only 2 people, or 1 people with 20 pence, no resources, no office, nothing. And now we spend billions and billions and billions of dollars. That's why they want to stop us. But they failed to stop us. They called us names, but they failed to stop us, and they'll be failing to stop us, because we decided to go forward and take people with us, not to go forward alone, to go forward to save humanity, to save community, to save culture of everyone, to save respect, to save dignity for everybody and anybody. When you look at the agony which happened in this area, it's unimaginable, unmeasured, and we'll never be able to measure it. With nobody was with them, and they were left behind for years and years and years and years, war after war after war after war. And now we cannot treat them as nice images, or very attractive images, or very fairy story, or nice story. No, they are lives, they are dreams, they are feeling, they are spirit, they are future, they are us. Because if we don't protect us, we'll fail, and we'll be failing to protect ourselves. This is the message. We are not here just to enjoy ourselves and say, oh my God, I visited 3 countries in 5 or 6 days. So what? Absolute so what? Don't be crazy by saying this. Say, I've been here to learn. I've been here to be educated. I've been here to understand. I've been here to be aware. I've been here to be taught by the people that I look down at them because they are looking poor and miserable, and they are my teachers. I've been here to become humble and show my humility and submit the mission of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who started as 1 man, with 1 woman, with 1 young boy, with 1 friend, as 4 people, where nobody believed them, and they were making stories about Muhammad. He was a magician, he was a madman, he was a poet, but he was Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I take you with me. I take you with me. I take you with me, or you take me with you to the future. And you have to create the future. You have to build the future. You are not just anybody. You are not just beautiful faces, or a degree, or a code of dress, or some people who rehearse something. No, you are beyond that. You are the people who people would love to listen to you, would love to be with you, would love to follow you, and would love to behave like you. Don't be like anybody else. Don't ever actually use terminology that you don't understand or you don't believe in it. Be a terminology that you create, and be very committed to let people to understand such terminology, such philosophy, such ideas, because the future is for you. Because world needs justice, needs fairness, needs equality, needs Muhammad, needs Islam, needs Quran, needs Hadith, needs Sunnah, not need any of this kind of isms that we are following. We are following their fashion, we are following their ideology, or following the way they speak, from their nose or from their ears, the way they look. In the good old days, the fashion was from Andalusia, the fashion from the Arab area, not from here, when the woman lose her dignity and the man loses his dignity. This is what you need to make for the future, to let people to look at you as a shining star, not only shining star, shining sun and moon and planet. You are not less than that. because we are the follower of Muhammad, and Muhammad was sent rahmatan lil alameen. We are not here to entertain ourselves and go with maybe dozens of nice images and photographs and tell our brothers and sisters, our friends on the Instagram or on TikTok, oh, I've seen it, I feel pity for those people. No, those people will feel pity for us because they are more powerful, stronger than all of us. They can take what we cannot take. They can stand what we cannot stand for. And they can teach what we cannot comprehend. These are the poor people. The poor people are our teacher. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, when Jibreel ﷺ came and told him, be a slave prophet, not a king prophet. Not a king prophet like David ﷺ or like Sulaiman ﷺ. Tawada lillah. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Allahumma hshurni ma'al masakin. Oh Allah, make me to be amongst the miskin of the ummah, not amongst the kings and the queens and the leaders of the ummah, because the miskin will go to heaven 500 years before the very rich people amongst us. The message for us in the West, that we have to introduce Islam to the West in action. We have to tell the West and everybody else that Quran is not for Muslims only, that Hadith is not for Muslims only, that Sirah and Sunnah is not for Muslim Ummah only, that Muhammad is not for Muslims only, that the Khulafa Rashidin are not for Muslims only. We are so narrow-minded by keeping those great leaders to be only our leaders and to deprive the other people from knowing and understanding what they have been doing for humanity. And this is your role, high-tech young individuals. This is your role to tell them, we are not interested that you become a Muslim, but we are interested you become knowledgeable. You understand what Islam is about, understand what humanity is about, you understand what fairness and values are about, not just trying to convert you, because we are not interested to convert anybody to Islam, because Islam is more precious than the value of any individual that's been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the message. The message, when I'm leaving behind my heart, I'm taking with me my future. And you are my future, but I leave my heart here. And I will never surrender my heart to anybody else, because I saw the agony and I saw the suffering of the last 44 years in this area. And how did you manage to succeed with no resources, with no vision, but with commitment and with submission and with perseverance and with patience and with belief that we are going to be successful. You take it for the future. So I'll take you with you and you take me with you for the future. And let the future to look at us and say, thank you every one of you, because you are making us happy. Treat the future as a human, as a creation of God, that He will talk about you. Your skin will speak, your bone will speak, everything in you will speak. The land will speak, the air will speak. Allow the ability to let everything to speak, actually, and let the future to tell Allah, yes, your name is Sarah, and next to you is, what's the name? ربيعة يعني ربيعة العدوية بسم الله ما شاء الله, the great woman actually. And the future will tell Sarah and Rabi'a and Maryam and Mu'tasama and Afsha and what others, and what's your name, Samia? The Ilakh story are making it, and they'll be the witness for you before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let the weather to love you, let the land to love you, let the trees to love you, let the grass to love you, let the animals to love you, let the birds to love you, let every creation of God that we know or we don't know to love you. And this is what you need to take with you forward, to take all this creation of Allah, that Allah created them for you to be your servants. Don't be their servants. I love you, and this is my last moment to leave my darling. I have too many darlings. Human darlings are not the most powerful to me, empowering to me. But this darling, the feeling, the emotion, the relationship between you and everyone here is what make me to come here again and again and again, and to be very proud that every day that we are bringing people like you to be enabling other people to stay here in a very difficult and deprived area. We should come here and should everywhere to bring all this goodness of the creation of God to come with us and to lead humanity. Change maker cannot make it himself or herself, but it has to be supported by all the creations of God. Creation that you know and the creation that you don't know. Change makers have to be supported by the blessing or the barakah, the element of barakah, the barakah factor, which is multiplied immensely in a multidimensional way. This is a change maker. Change maker is not a workshop, is not a speech, is a living life of a legend that he or she does not know that they are legend, because they are so humble and show humility, like the Prophet ﷺ. Allahumma hshurni ma'al masakin. Oh Allah, make me amongst the miskin. That's why I became the teacher of humanity. The teacher of humanity forever, forever, forever. And you should follow him, not follow anybody else. May Allah bless you, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. I leave behind my heart, but I take myself with you in a journey that you lead me to make the change. Jazakumullah khair. No clapping, please. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.